let's be honest. Fraction division can feel a little tricky, right? But what if I told you there's basically one core secret that makes it, well, simple? In this explainer, we're going to unlock that very secret, and by the end, you'll have a rock-solid strategy to solve any fraction division problem with total confidence.
Okay, so let's jump right in with a challenge. Imagine you have 3 number cards in front of you, a 3, a 5, and a 7. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to use each of those cards just once to set up a fraction division problem. The goal? To get the absolute largest answer possible. Go ahead, you can even pause and think about how you'd set that up.
Got an idea? Hold on to that thought because, the first thing that pops into your head might not actually be the right answer here. We're about to break down the whole strategy, and by the time we're done, you'll have a brand new tool that makes puzzles like this an absolute piece of cake.
So, here's our game plan. First up, we're going to see how any division problem is really just a fraction in disguise. Then, we'll learn the single most important trick in the book, turning division into multiplication. After we've put that skill to the test, we'll circle right back to our opening puzzle and knock it out of the park.
All right, first things first. Section 1, the first key, division into fractions. This is the bedrock for everything else we're about to do.
So this first idea is super simple, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful. Anytime you see one whole number being divided by another, you can just rewrite it as a fraction. The first number, the one you're starting with, that goes on top as the numerator. And the number you're dividing by, that goes on the bottom as the denominator. So for instance, if you see the problem 7 divided by 4, that represents the exact same value as the fraction 7 over 4. They mean the exact same thing, just 2 different ways to write it. Simple enough, right? This is our foundation.
Okay, on to section 2, the ultimate skill, changing to multiplication. Seriously, this next part is what changes everything and makes fraction division genuinely easy.
All right, lean in for this one, because what I'm about to show you is, without a doubt, the single most important piece of this whole puzzle.
Okay, here it is. The big secret is, dividing by any number is exactly the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. And what's a reciprocal? It's just a fancy word for flipping a number upside down. So for a whole number like 2, the reciprocal is 1 over 2. This means dividing by 2 is the exact same thing as multiplying by 1/2. This one little trick is the whole game changer.
Let's actually see this in action. So we've got 3/4 divided by 2. First, we swap that division sign for a multiplication sign. Then we take that 2 and flip it to get its reciprocal, which is 1/2. And now look at that. It's just a simple multiplication problem. You just multiply straight across. 3 times 1 is 3, and 4 times 2 is 8. Our answer is 3/8. See? A tricky division problem just became easy multiplication.
All right, you're doing great. Let's move on to section 3, conquering all fraction division. It's time to put our new superpower to the test on something a little more challenging.
So what happens when they throw a curveball at you? A problem with mixed numbers like 1 and 7/8 divided by 3. Does our ultimate skill still hold up? Let's find out.
Okay, so you can see 2 different ways to tackle this. Both start by turning 1 and 7/8 into the fraction 15/8. Now look at method 1. It only works here by sheer luck, because 15 happens to be perfectly divisible by 3. What if it was 14? You'd be stuck. But method 2, method 2, our ultimate skill, it doesn't care about luck. It works every single time. We just change the problem to 15/8 times 1/3, and we get the same answer, 5/8, without needing any luck at all.
And that's the main takeaway here. It's all about reliability. Changing division to multiplication is the universal tool that works every single time, even when the numbers aren't playing nice. So when you're in doubt, what do? You flip and multiply. It's the one strategy that will never, ever let you down.
Okay, we've got the skills. We've mastered the technique. It's time. Let's head into section 4, the final problem's answer, and go back to that puzzle from the beginning and solve it once and for all.
So, just to remind you, here was the challenge. Using the numbers 3, 5, and 7, we need to create a division problem that gives us the biggest possible answer. But this time, we're not just guessing. We have a strategy. Now, before we even touch the numbers, we need to think strategically. And here's the rule that unlocks it all. To get the biggest answer, or quotient, you have to divide by the smallest number. I mean, think about it like a pizza, right? If you're sharing a pizza between 2 people, you get these huge slices. But if you have to share that same pizza with 8 people, suddenly your slice is tiny. Dividing by a smaller number gives a bigger result.
So, if we apply that logic to our number cards, the path forward becomes crystal clear. To make our result as large as possible, we absolutely have to choose the smallest number to be our divisor. So we will be dividing by 3.
Okay, let's put it all together and walk through the final solution. Step 1. We know we need the biggest result, so we have to divide by the smallest number. That's 3. So 3 is our divisor. Step 2. With our other 2 cards, 5 and 7, we need to make the biggest fraction we possibly can. And how do you do that? You put the bigger number on top. So that's 7 over 5. Step 3. That sets up our problem. 7/5 divided by 3. Step 4. Now we use our ultimate skill. We change it to 7/5 times the reciprocal of 3, which is 1/3. And finally, step 5, multiply across, and we get our final, largest possible answer, 7/15.
You see, the real solution here wasn't just about crunching the numbers. It was about the strategy behind it. Understanding that core principle, that dividing by a smaller number makes the result bigger, that's the real power you've gained today.
So look at that. You've seen the logic, you've mastered the ultimate skill, and now you know exactly how to find the largest possible answer. So I'm going to leave you with one final thought to chew on. Using those same 3 cards, what's the secret to finding the smallest possible answer? You have everything you need to figure it out now. The answer is right there, waiting for you.